Hey y'all, welcome back to Can't Stop Talking. You're here with Sheila and Lisa. And as you know, there's always something we can talk about.
Always something we can talk about. Like we have Marti right here, who has lived in Clay County since she was 10 years old and has seen all the changes in Clay County.
Yep, welcome, Marti.
Thank you.
Sheila said she wanted to make this a quickie. Do you?
Hey.
You know me.
I'm just playing. No, but you've lived here since you were 10.
Yes.
And so you've seen how Clay County used to look to what it looks like today.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like the companies that are here, what was here, what wasn't here?
Lots of dairy farms. We're here.
Less houses.
A lot less houses, yeah. Argyle Forest was a dairy farm when I first moved here. The nearest grocery store was it was a Publix at Kingsley and Blanding, and that was our only traffic light between 295 and Middleburg.
Now, was that the only paved road?
Well, no, there were a couple others, but not as many paved roads. We had lots and lots of dirt roads.
Okay.
The county probably got tired of maintaining them.
So what did you like to do for fun when you were younger?
When I was young, I wanted a horse so bad since I was like 3 years old that, that was my dream. And so when I was 10, I bought my first horse with my own money.
Oh, wow.
Yay,
Marti.
Yay,
yeah, right? Because kids don't, they don't save their money. They get money and it's like gone.
My mama taught me at an early age the value of a dollar. And so when I was 10, I bought my first horse. And so we rode every day. My friends and I rode every day after school. Even if it was raining, as long as it wasn't thundering and lightning. But Friday night, we went to the roller skating rink. Skating Space was the place we hung out on Friday night.
Nice.
Saturday night, we spent riding at Clay Mavericks, which was a horse club in Orange Park.
Did you do barrel racing?
I did. Loved it. Wasn't as good as some of my friends. Some of my friends actually rode on the circuit.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it was a great time to be a kid in Clay County. My parents didn't worry about me. They let me do my thing. When it was dark, I came home, did my chores, did my homework, did it all again the next day.
Nice.
Spent a lot of time at the beach on Sundays. My friends and I would all pile in the car, everybody chip in a couple of bucks for gas, and off we'd go to Anastasia.
Now you just can't let your kids just run around and do whatever. When the street lights came on, that's when we knew to go home.
We didn't have street lights.
You can't,
That's awesome.
We didn't have street lights. When the sun went down, your butt better be home.
I had street lights.
We did too. And we knew to get home when those street lights came on.
No, we didn't have a lot of street lights.
And that's funny because when my girls were younger, that's always what I told them. They were always outside, hardly ever in the house sitting and watching TV. They were always outside doing something. And I'd tell them, you better be in this house by the time the street lights come on.
Yeah, My daughter would be out riding her bike or a four-wheeler, and hanging out with her friends. But my grandkids can't do that. They can't just go hang out with their friends and walk around the neighborhood and stuff like we used to.
Clay County sheriffs, how big were they?
Oh, gosh. It was probably a small force back then.
Yeah.
You hardly ever saw a sheriff's deputy around. I mean, there wasn't much need. I mean, I think the only facility they had was the one in Green Cove at that point. But now we have substations everywhere. We have Orange Park, Brandon Field. Those are just the ones that I know about. I'm sure there's others that I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, one of the things that really made Craig and I decide to move to Orange Park was the fact that it was a small town. Mm-hmm. It's one of those towns where everybody knew everybody. Mm-hmm. I couldn't imagine being here at 10 years old and my dad knows the cop, so I better be good.
Well, my kids weren't real happy about, when they hit high school, they're like, we can't do anything because you know everybody in Clay County. And I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. You know,
so you better fly right.
That's right. You better fly right because there are eyes everywhere.
Yep. We used to
even
tell the girls
even
that
the teachers, even the teachers. Some of the teachers that I had in high school, DJ had in high school. You know, and he was like, I can't get away with anything.
Yeah. Yep. So and that's another thing, you know, all the subdivisions that are coming through and the new roads that they're putting in. Did you ever think it'd get this big?
Never. I always thought it'd be a small town, but now we're getting, you know, we've got hotels, we've got the expressway coming through, which has been a godsend for traffic. Because there have been many times that I have spent an hour to go to work just to get to 295. Yeah. So having 23 open has been a godsend, although it's not really, you know, the tolls are just crazy. Yeah. So.
Well, that's why we moved to Clay County in 1990, because I grew up in Jacksonville. And I didn't want to raise my daughter with everybody on top of each other. You know, once you hit night box, it was like smooth sailing. It was, but now it's traffic bumper to bumper at night box. Yeah. But that's the reason we moved out here, is to have some space, some property for her to be able to go out and hang out and do stuff. But it's not like that anymore.
No, it's not. When I first moved, when I was little, my sister's 16 years older than me. So they had 30 something acres off of Long Bay. And they raised their own beef. She planted a big garden, you know, and neighbors would come and get vegetables. And everybody knew when my sister was making soup, because she'd make a huge pot of soup. Everybody brought a bowl over. They had that kind of neighborhood.
Right. Which is...
you can't do that anymore. No. You don't. People out here, they don't
associate and hang out, and you don't meet your neighbors. You don't know your neighbors because nobody hangs out with anybody.
Nope, they don't.
Although you can actually reach into your neighbor's window.
Not mine.
Grab a plate with meatloaf and whatever, and you know.
If you're in one of those newer communities, you can do that.
The way they put the houses so close together, sometimes makes you long for the old days.
Yes. I'm glad we live on 2.5 acres, because I got some of my neighbors are not, they ain't right.
Yeah. But there are some good things about the progress, and part of it is it provides more jobs.
It does.
And
it does. And more opportunities.
More opportunities.
Yes.
And you still have some of the old stuff like the skating rink and Clay County Fair and what is the ham?
They used to have the ham jam, but that's gone.
They stopped.
Years ago. 218 and Carter Spencer couldn't handle that now. There's no way.
Yeah, it's just too much traffic.
So, but there are still some good things.
It'd be nice if they had it at the fairgrounds, though.
It would. Yeah. I missed that. That was the greatest function they had out there.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the Clay County Fair, they used things like the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts
and the Explorers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to help with parking and stuff like that. And so whatever was made for that, I'm sure they got a little piece of for helping out.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Explorers is a great program for our youth to mentor and get, that are interested in getting into law enforcement. It's a great stepping stone for them. Just like ROTC is for, the military aspect. A lot of kids enjoy ROTC because they want a career in the military to run our country. So
well, we really appreciate the fact that you
thanks for having
came over and did our podcast with us.
Thank you, because there's always something to talk about.
There's always something
to talk about.
And for somebody that's been here since they were 10 years old, you've seen a lot change.
Well, there has been a lot of change. It's incredible.
Sounds good. There's some good things.
There's a lot of good things. Probably far too many to name.
Yep.
but I do miss the small town feel. I miss being able to, ride my horse wherever I wanted to go.
Exactly.
I don't have horses anymore, but I wish I did. So,
yeah.
A
lot of traffic. You don't just go out now and just go. I mean, you're literally waiting for 10 cars to go by.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Well, like I said, we really appreciate it. And if you ever want to come back or know somebody that would like to be on the podcast, bring them our way. We'll get them on there.
Absolutely. Thanks
for
having me.
And join in our conversation. Send us an email at info@can'tstoptalking.org. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have any ideas for us, definitely shoot it to us. And as always, keep talking.